What's up, guys? It's Phones Finds episode 78 now. I've don't have a ton of interesting stuff to show. Well, that's a lie, actually. I have a very interesting phone to show, but it's not a find, it's an update. And both my finds are kind of mediocre, but these two updates are substantial, so wait for it. And smartphone guys, you're gonna love this one. No dumb phones. I bet that makes you super happy, doesn't it? Sorry, dumb phone guys. You'll get another episode eventually. But let's get on with it. This is the worst find. This is an LG Optimus Zone 2. This phone is tiny. Like, I have a reasonably big hand, but it's not that big. But like, yeah, it's pretty small compared to like my phone. My hand does not cover my entire like main phone. But yeah, this thing is tiny and it shows absolutely no signs of life. It doesn't show a charging thing. It doesn't turn on at all. Yeah, I think it's just a battery problem. I may get a replacement battery for it. It's just a low priority thing because it's such a I don't know, it's just a Verizon phone that's small and old. I don't care a whole lot about it, but I would like to see if it works at all. Reminds me of my very first phone, the L90, except this one's a little older. This one's from 2012 and that was from 2014. Similar design though. I wonder if this is one of the ones where the home button like lights up different colors because people tried to tell me that the L90 does, but I literally own that phone. It does not, so don't put words in my mouth. Idiotic. Oh, you can see me. Hello. But yeah, nothing too special about this phone. Next find, and the only other find from Target, is this pretty beat up HTC One M7. Now, this thing was absolutely covered in printer ink when I first got it. Like, this whole side was just covered in, like, just completely black with all the printer ink on it. So, it took some hefty cleaning to get that all off. And even then, there's still some that's just, like, stuck on the antenna where that was. I just cannot get that off at all. I don't know if it's just because the wipes I were using were kind of weak. I mean, they were generic, they were branded Nice, sipping Nice from the one video, but they should have been enough. It should have been something. At least got rid of all this. The back feels nice, but I'd hope to get rid of this blue stuff eventually. Beats audio like the every other HTC One M7. It's just the Verizon one. As you can see, it's really cracked, like I said, and the front camera is super scratched up and also has dust underneath of it. So I'm going to take care of that if I really wanted to. And I'm not going to bother turn this phone on because it does technically work, but because of how messed up the touchscreen is, the digitizer is messed up too, so it just constantly, like, it has a pin and it constantly tries typing 0 and 1, so it just keeps doing that until you're finally able to shut it off. So it's just like, can't use it in its current state. Not a very high priority device considering I already have an M7 that's in perfect condition and already works. However, this one might be a little more useful because that one I can't even use Wi-Fi on because of some weird Sprint bug or patch. I don't freaking know. We'll see, though. This might get fixed in its own time. But if we're talking about devices that have finally been fixed, let's get on to it. And this is one of the most novel phones I have. This is my BlackBerry Priv. Now, people who have been subscribed or been watching this series for a while may remember this phone from a mid-2019 episode. Yeah, I got it over 2 years ago, and it had a broken screen. All it shows just a green line. Well, broken screen no more. Oops, I showed some notifications. Sorry about that. Yeah, broken screen no more. The screen has been fixed. It has a new display, and this thing is so freaking cool. I love this phone. Like, it's not the fastest. It takes forever to boot up, and it gets kind of hot because it has the Snapdragon 808, the LG G4 same system on a chip. But this phone is just so cool. It's such a novel device considering it has a physical keyboard that lights up. I actually didn't even know that. And it's so nice to type on. It's just like so cool all the things they were able to do with it. Like, I'm swiping with the keyboard. Just who would have thought? I would totally main this if I could, if this phone wasn't like as slow as it is, because downgrading that like from a 2-year-old phone to a 6-year-old phone would kind of hurt. But this thing is freaking cool. But yeah, I'm super happy about this I'm super happy this finally works. Let me go into the notes to demonstrate the typing. You can see I was already messing with it a few days before I'm making this video. Let's see. How can I do this one-handed? Yes, as you can see, I made an error. It's hard to type one-handed. It's so cool though. Like, I wish BlackBerry would do more things and like, because, I mean, I know TCL does not have the license rights to the name anymore, so nothing can really be done. Someone else owns it now, but they haven't done anything. They showed some teaser images, and that's it. But yeah, also, it has the same, like, edge thing as, like, the Samsung phones, because it also has a an edge display, not a edge display. Gotta have some correct grammar here. But yeah, this finally works, and I'm super happy about it. This is like a very high priority device, besides like my S9 and stuff. So yeah, the back camera is not scratched at all either, even though that lens is plastic. So I'm not gonna touch it. And this is the best find that also finally works. A little newer than that one, but same as 2019 as well. Now, this thing, well, it still has some issues, or one major issue still, but it at least functions unlike it used to, considering it used to have a bad battery, and that bad battery broke the screen, but the battery was replaced a while back, and now the screen has been replaced, as you can clearly tell by the always-on display, or the notification thing. Oh, it just read my fingerprint. I didn't even mean for it to do that. Yeah, my finger did just kind of rest there, but this thing works now, and there is one problem with it, in the fact that the screen does not close all the way down. I cannot do anything about that, unfortunately, because how bad the battery was bloated actually broke the inner frame a little bit, so this just does not go down, and I don't want to press it down anymore because the screens on these are super sensitive, and I don't want to break it. And yeah, the funny thing is, this screen was like advertised as like an LCD, it just said LCD panel, and it was like the only white one I could find. The rest were black, and it was like really cheap too, so I was expecting to get some garbage, but this was just clearly pulled off another Pixel. Like, it had the same markings as the screen that was previously on it, and it's obviously an OLED. You can tell in real life, and on the camera you can see like the lines and the refresh rate that only OLED screens do. But yeah, I mean, there isn't a whole lot to talk about with this phone, considering like it's not as like a cool device as the Priv, but it's really fast and has the same specs as my LG G6 did, and that just proves the fact that the software just sucks on there, because this is this fast. It has the exact same specs. This thing's currently running Android 9, but it can get the Android 10 update, I believe. I just haven't bothered to yet, and I'm not going to have the Apple Coomer mentality where it's like, oh, the operating system makes it rarer. No, it doesn't. Shut up. Does not matter at all. Do not care. Stupid. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I was trying to do the thing here, but that's just not working. But yeah, it's so nice for this phone to find, like, these two phones to finally work, the Priv and the Pixel, because those are like my highest priority devices. So yeah, now all my really good phones work, and I don't know what else I need to repair besides like a 7 Plus or so. I don't know. I know I have a few phones I would like to get to see working, but actually no. There is one more device that I need to get fixed, which apart for that is coming. I'm not going to spoil it, but because like me and I want to show you guys when it's fixed, but I don't know when that's going to get here, and I need to get a charger for one of my really old smartphones. But other than that, I have basically fixed all the good stuff that I have, at least when it comes to smartphones. But yeah, this is everything I have to show for this episode. Not a whole bunch, but it's interesting, especially these two. And these two, while not that special, do deserve a spot in the video because I got them from the usual place, Target. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed.